Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another Is It Worth Buying video. And in today's video, I wanted to talk on this game real quick, F1 Manager 24. So my history with this game before I get into the review is that I played this game once before. I think it was last year's F1 Manager 23. And yeah, man, the tutorial in that game, like it was dragging on. Like it was one of those things where I'm like, bro, I don't know why I felt like the tutorial. It just, I don't know, me personally, because I was going to just re-download that and play that. But I did see that this was on sale, so I was like, all right, yeah, let me go ahead and cop it real quick and, see the difference. I will say that F1 Manager 24, yeah, they 100% toned down the tutorial. Like, they do still have it where the tutorial is there, but everything seems more simple. It doesn't seem like as in depth that F1 Manager 23 was. But I mean, like, I feel like that's a good thing. Like, I think they probably do have it where you can make it a little bit more in depth and things. But yeah, F1 Manager 23, I was like, bro, I honestly, I felt like I was an F1 manager. I felt like that, yeah, it was like as long as that tutorial was going, I'm like, bro, I felt like I had looked at the tutorial more than actually playing the game itself. And so yeah, with F1 Manager 24, they definitely toned down the tutorial. And then so I guess to overall explain this game to people in case if you were kind of confused. So you're not racing. Like, that's one thing about it. You are not racing in this game. And I know people will probably be like, oh, that sounds boring. That doesn't sound like a good. I would have to say that, in my opinion, F1 Manager 24 and just overall the series, when they do have it where it's like it's kind of like you're watching a show. Like if you were watching F1 racing on TV, that's how I look at it. I look at it as a cinematic video game, and I would say that F1 Manager 24, in my personal opinion, it's probably one of the best cinematic based video games out there. Because yeah, they pretty much, so they have it where you're just kind of like watching these guys, and then you're also making decisions on like switching out the tires. And then also on top of that, because that's what happened to me yesterday. I was in the middle of a race. And I'm like, bro, so I had chose the Red Bull team. And the two drivers I have is Verstappen and Perez. Bro, Perez, I'm telling you, he's one of those guys where I'm like, I sat him off in the corner somewhere and I say, hey, bro, what's going on out there? Because no, he wrecked into another guy and then messed up his the front wing, and I'm like, bro, what is you doing? So, but no, it's like, it's the game. It's so dope because they have stuff like that. They'll have it where racers will spin out. So like, yeah, they'll it's a very deep in depth like manager based game. And I would have to say, because I've seen like a lot of those like manager based games where it's like they just have it where you're in a menu. At least with F1 Manager, they have it where you're actually looking at these racers racing stuff, so you can watch the race. You can also like speed it up too, because no, that's what I was they have it where you're doing like 57 laps, and so I'm like, I'm not trying to watch this for no 57 laps. Like, maybe if I was just only playing this game, but there's like quite a few different games that I'm playing and stuff. So yeah, yesterday I was playing this, and I really do like this feature in the game, because it was something that was concerning to me, because I'm like, what if I'm need to like go out somewhere and do something, but I'm in the middle of a race, and I'm like, I'm not trying to have it where I have to keep starting the race all over again. So no, they do have the feature where you can save in the middle of the race and then come back to it later. Now so I remember when because I was still in the game when I had tested it out. I didn't test it out to see what would happen if I had like exited out of the game altogether and then went back to it. But hopefully it's still the same business, where I think I was like on lap 20 or something like that. But I do like that. I was like, man, I just wish that there were other games that considered that. It's like, yeah, bro, it's like it's okay to save in the middle of something. You got some games out there where they're like, nah, we don't believe in saving. We believe in you just sitting down playing the game nonstop and things, and just, yeah, overall having it where you have to dedicate your life to playing our game. Yeah, I like that F1 Manager. I don't know if that was something that was new or if it's always been in there, but yeah, they considered theirs like, yeah, most likely people that buy our games, they most likely got a bunch of the different games too. So, but anyways, and that was another thing too that I seen, and I was like, man, that's kind of sad. But I guess this was the last one. Like, they're not gonna come out with an F1 Manager 25. And I'm like, dang, bro, that's messed up, man. I probably would have, I don't know if I would buy them like yearly and things, because I'm trying to think, like, I think I did buy F1 Manager 23. It was either 22 or 23, one of those two. I can't remember which one it was. I remember I bought one. But then it was like shortly afterwards they added it on Xbox Game Pass, and I'm like, okay, I should just continue with the one that I have, but I'm like, to save myself. We're in a day and age where we got to save money. All right, so yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, please. To the developers behind this game, don't be upset with me, but yeah, I seen an opportunity and I took it, but no, it's like I did like the game. It's just it seemed like that F1 Manager, it was 22 or 23, one of those ones, but it was very complex. Like they just had like it just seemed like it was, yeah, too sophisticated for my likings. And so, but yeah, F1 Manager 24, it's one of those games too where, like, let's say if you're making yourself something to eat and you can't find nothing on TV and you're like, well, I would like to, I guess like play, or if there was like a video game out there where I could just have like some cinematic stuff going on. Yeah, F1 Manager is that game. It's one of those games where I'm like, yeah, I can see myself doing that, installing it on my gaming laptop. And I think they do have it on Switch too. I need to see how it plays on Switch, because I was that close to buying it on Switch. I think because I don't know, like if I would keep it on Switch. So I think if I were to see like a physical copy of it, then I definitely, or if the developers, if they wanted to send me a copy on Switch, I'm cool with that too. But it's just, yeah, like I said, I'm in a day and age where I'm trying to save. I'm at that adult time where I'm like, yeah, saving money, it's a crucial thing in life. So, but anyways, no, I do like F1 Manager 24. I think it's a pretty solid game. I think it's one of those games where you can definitely learn a little bit more about the F1 scene and stuff. And they do have it where there's because I think that's the car that I'm using now is F2. So I'm sorry if you guys are hearing like a dog going off in the background. I'm trying to like drown it out, but do this video, I'm like, man, it's always that same dog too. But anyways, but no, they do have like F1 and F2 racing and things. And then because I think currently right now I'm doing the F2 racing, and then at some point in time I think we are going to transfer over to F1. But no, yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's one of those games where it's like you learn a little bit. It's educational, but it's also fun at the same time. So, but anyways, yeah, but I definitely would say F1 Manager 24. It's definitely a game worth buying and checking out and things. So, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video, because that dog, I need to try to, like, I should just pause and just close my window, but I'm like, no, I think I said everything I need to say. F1 Manager 24 is a good game, very educational, very entertaining, probably in my opinion one of the best cinematic games out there, and probably the best manager based game out there. So, but yeah, definitely go copy it. Currently right now the game is on sale. I don't know how long it's going to be on sale, but oh no, actually it's not on sale no more. Dang, that sale went by quick. But yeah, it's one of those things where I know people will probably ask, like, is it worth buying outside of the sale? Yeah, it's only $34.99. But when it was on sale, because I had got the deluxe edition when it was on sale, and it was like $13. So but outside of the sale, it is $44.99. So but yeah, with the deluxe edition, let's see what it comes with. So the base game purchase now they receive. So there was all like, so if the deluxe edition includes 5 historic livery patterns, 5 custom race replay scenarios. So yeah, it ain't like, like I guess like you getting a whole lot, because it's that's the game. It is pretty cheap, so that's why it's like, yeah, you're not really getting a whole lot if you do get the deluxe edition. It's just more so like some skin stuff, and then yeah, like I haven't tested out the replay scenario. I'm curious about that, but yeah, because I just started a career and I was like, okay, let me just go based off of that. I would have liked it and maybe I just need to play the game a little bit more to see if they do have something like that. But I would have liked if they had it, because they had it where it's like create a team, but it wasn't like you were coming up with the team name. And then I had to check again and see, because I don't think they had nothing like that. They like, for the first time, create your own team, challenge grid, forge a new, like, customize every element of your team from origin, livery, design, logo, racing. Oh, so they do have something like that. Okay, so I was like, I'll just have to seeing things and just, yeah, go, because I was like, yeah, I wanted to do that. I wanted to like create my own team, our design and all that stuff, and and then yeah, because they do have that. So yeah, they have like a lot of stuff that reads into the game on their Steam page. But I do believe, yeah, because if it's available on Switch, it's most likely available on like Xbox, PlayStation, stuff like that. So yeah, it's available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, PC, of course, and then Xbox One and Xbox Series X. But I don't know what the business is on Switch. People did say like it wasn't really all that good on Switch. I don't know if that's true or not. I will I was gonna probably at some point in time end up getting it on Switch. And then, yeah, I might do a video in the future where I'm like, is this game worth buying on Switch? Because, yeah, I do have the Switch too, and I'm like, I don't know if it's, I don't think they won't do like no upgrade. If anything, they'll probably come out with another F1 manager so they can, have like a Switch 2 version and stuff. But anyway, but I do believe that it's compatible on Switch too. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.